Okay, so here we are, we're underneath of it, and I'm noticing what I can and can't do as far as lowering it and gear shifting situation and the oil issue, and I've run into some other stuff that I've noticed. One of which is kind of one of those things where you have to be really careful what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you shouldn't do it. You should have it done by a professional. Now, I'm not saying I'm a professional by any means, but I like to think about what I do as halfway professional. So here's the situation. Of course, you can see I'm laying on my back, so I'm trying to turn it right for you guys. Yeah, not so bad. A little bit of oil, a little bit of stuff, of course, puking out from being, you know, overfilled and whatnot. But if you would please, look right there and tell me what you see. Well, what's happened is this guy ran his brakes and he put them on the bump stop. And since there is no bump stop, it got pinned by the freaking frame one time whenever it bounced. And I've been having issues with it pulling to the left or to the right and was wondering why. Well, that's the right hand front brake. It was pinched by that bolt right there, which someone has literally taken thread all and bent it over because these shackles are so hard to find. So I have a thread all front end, which, you know, hey, what are you going to do, right? Thread all is thread all. I guess it works. But yeah, so that is one issue that has got to be straightened out today. So I've got to move that and go get some line. So I guess that's going to be first thing in the morning. I'm going to address that, because I don't want to drive this thing around like that, especially if I bottom it out and I'm trying to lower it. You know, I'm looking to see if it's got bump stops, and there you go. Yeah, well, no bump stops, apparently. Well, there is bump stops. It's a brake line. So anyway, that's the issue. So now I am looking more towards my oil leak issue. And as you can see here, we have some major hemorrhaging. So I mean, let's clean the thing off. It leaks so much. So, I don't know, we're going to address that next. And another issue I want to address is this fuel line that this person's run. Some of his brake lines are bad enough, but when you're talking about fuel lines and how dangerous they can get, you know, I'm slinging oil everywhere and whatnot, but this is another issue I was worried about, is how close the hogshead is to this outlet, and how I believe I can do a better job than that. Just the way he's got that straight out right there. He didn't try and bend any of the metal anywhere. He just went ahead and said, oh, that's good, I'll just bend it and plop it off in there. I want to get it up as close in there as I can and make an elbow for it so it's not sticking out so hard and far off the frame and so close to the rear end. That way I can get it a little bit lower at least, you know? I don't know. Alright, well, questions and comments down below. Until next time.